Real talk, pill talk. Okay, real talk, pill talk. Guys, let's be honest. So you guys, you've heard people talk about the people thinking that our members are big. What? It's a fetishization of black people that we have. I had dealt with that when I was a kid. Because one girl was like, "Oh, I bet you have a big." I went to the teacher. Teacher was like, "I can't do anything about it." I'm like, "What?" So and then it would go on and on. She would like show me her breasts, whatever, right? It was just a high tense sexual situation, right? All times at this school I would go to, at this vocational school. She's, "Hey, come fill out my breasts, all of this." I would close the door on her. It was winter time at this time, right? Close the door on her. She went to go smack me. I grabbed her hand. I'm like, "Listen, you gotta calm down. Because it's just too much." It's like, she was just doing way beyond the natural sense of a word, what she was doing, right? She was saying, "Oh, you have a big member, whatever," stuff like that. Very, very high tense sexual stuff. And I'm like, okay. Then I think it was like this one racial moment she had was like, someone stole her cigarettes and hid them from her. This one kid would always do that. This one kid would always hide her cigarettes to cause this issue, right? She calls all the kids in that classroom were minorities, right? Every last one of those kids were minorities. There was 2 white people in that classroom. She called everybody in that room the N-word. And then it was just a whole time. 3 black kids went to the principal, went to administration, and we said, "Hey, listen, we're dealing with racism, like back-to-back months, like weeks on end with racism, right?" Then the counselor comes up to us and says, "It's Uncle Tom of a person, right?" She comes up to us and she says, "Well, she deals with an unsafe family situation." I'm like, "What does that matter?" Of all situations, right? And then me and the guys were just the other 2 gave up, and I was like, "Well, we can't just give up. We gotta fight to live." And they started coming. It was not worth it because the school was like, "Well, we gotta give her grace. We had to give her grace because she's dealing with a toxic family situation. She doesn't have a father in her home." I'm like, okay, but you can also give her situations like anger management classes, racism classes, something to deal with that issue. They didn't give it till the end of at the end of the semester. They started talking to her about race. They're talking about, why do you have calling people the N-word? Why? Then they called her school. Then her school finally put her in racism classes or classes of anger because she got into a fight at school with somebody, and then they finally suspended her on that, or got her put on suspension. There's a long history of women, these type of women, who will fetishize men and make it the whole thing, but they will get you killed. This sounds one time. I'm gonna end it here, but there was a time where when I was a kid, right? When I was in this school, she was rubbing this is my fault. This is my fault, totally, right? I rubbed my head, washed my hands off the top of her head. She's a racist person, right? So in my mind is, let me get her hair dirty so she knows how dirty she's treating people. I wasn't thinking at the time this was an appropriate situation. Then again, I told you guys before, we tried to go the proper route. We tried to talk to the principal administration about this. Nobody wanted to do anything. No one does anything at a school about race. It was just you just took it, just sit there and say, "Oh, you got to take it. You got to take it because that's what you have to do." Well, it's just like, why do we have to take the abuse when you guys can do something about it? It's your job to help the kids. But I'm not going to mention the school because I'm not going to give them all the clout. They did my boys right. My boys, but I don't have kids, but people were right. All right, comment, follow. This is.